How to find measures of central tendency on first a Ti-nspire and then a Ti-84 Plus. We're going to find the measures of central tendency first for a list of data points, then for a list of data that is presented in a frequency table. First, we'll do both questions on a Ti-nspire. An interquartile range, first from a list of data and second from a frequency table. First thing you've got to do is open yourself a spreadsheet page. So Control Doc, List Spreadsheets. Now type in your data. Give your data a title. Now go to any spare cell on your spreadsheet. Press Menu, Statistics, Statistical Calculations, One Variable Statistics. We've got one list. OK. So our list is called X. Everything else we can stay the same. One frequency list we haven't got. Our data will start in cell C1. OK. Now, as you can see, we have got a list of data. The first one is X bar, which is our mean. The second one, the sum of all our X values. The second one, the sum of all our X squared values. Then two values for standard deviation. N stands for the number of pieces of data, so we got 16. Min X, 1 in this case. Our smallest piece of data was 1. Q1 is 4.5. The median is 7. Q3 is 8.5. And the maximum piece of data is 13. So if we want to find the interquartile range, it would be 8.5 minus 4.5, which would give us 4. Our median is found for us. It is 7. And if we wanted to find the range, our maximum value is 13 and our minimum value is 1. So our range would be 12. Now we're going to find the mean, median, mode, interquartile range from a frequency table. So open our new spreadsheet. Give our two columns a title. So the first one is a score. Second is number of students. There has to be no so we'll call it students instead. So now put in our data. So our scores go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Our students go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 7, 4, 2. Again, go to a spare cell. Again, go Menu, Statistics, Statistical Calculations. It's still one variable statistics. So number of lists 1. So our first list was called the score. Our frequency was called students. Everything else can stay the same. And again, we are given a full list of all our variables. Our mean is 7.85. If we go down, the number of pieces of data was 20. Our minimum score was 5. Our Q1 score was 7. Our median value was 8. Our Q3 score was 9. And our maximum value was 10. So our interquartile range is 9 minus 7, which is 2. The median is 8. And our range is 10 minus 5, which was 5. An interquartile range on a Ti-84. Open your calculator. First thing you've got to do is enter your data. So press on the stats button. You want one edit, and you put your list of numbers into one of the lists, L1, L2 or L3. I have already put some data in, but if you want to put some data in list 1, highlight in list 1, 6, enter, and then it will move on to the next. So our 20 pieces of data is already in list 1, and we're going to find the mean, median, mode and interquartile range of the first list. So we go to Stat. We use the arrows to go to Calc, and we want one variable stats. So we press 1. And it asks for a list of where your data is. Our data is already in list 1. We don't have a frequency list, so use your down arrows to go to calculate, then press enter, and we will get a list of all our data that it has calculated. The first one, X bar, is our mean, which is 6.3. Then we have the sum of all our values, which is 126. N is the number of pieces of data. Min X is the smallest, which is 1. Q1, or the lower quartile, is 4. Our median is 6.5. And our Q3, which is our upper quartile, is 8.5. And the maximum value was 13. So our median was 6.5. Our interquartile range would be 8.5 minus 4, which is 4.5. And our range would be 13, subtract 1, which would be 12. Now I'm going to show you how to find the mean, median, mode, interquartile range and range from a frequency table. Again, you need to add your data to some lists. So stats, 1, edit, and I have already edited the lists. So L1 are my scores out of 10 for a test. L3 are my frequencies. So one person scored 5, 2 persons scored 6, and 2 people scored 10. Now I want to do the calculations. So go to Stats, use your arrows to go to Calc. Again, it is one variable stats because we've only got one type of variable. Enter. This time, our list, so our scores are in list 2. So if we press second 2, it will change it to list 2. Go down to our frequency, that is in list 3, so second 3, then use our down arrow to go to calculate and enter. And again, it has worked out all our various pieces of information. The first one, X bar, is our mean, so that is 7.85. Again, there are 20 pieces of data. Our minimum score was 5. Our Q1, or the lower quartile, was 7.
Our median was 8. Our upper quartile, Q3, was 9. And our maximum value was 10. So our interquartile range is 9 minus 7, which is 2. And our range is 10 minus 5, which was 5. And our median score was 8.